Welcome, friends, to our Friday's practice titled Yoga for Stress Reduction. I have nicknamed this class, They Go Together. So today's class, or the intention or focus of the class, is talking about the body chain related to your upper back and shoulders. And I want you to think about the chain of the upper back really being the thoracic spine. So what does that mean? It means it's from the low ribs all the way up to the top of your shoulders. So today's class, we're going to come into a place where we create a little bit of space, because the beautiful thing about yoga is if we create space anywhere along the chain, it ripples out. So today I'm going to start seated on an ottoman. Feel free to sit on the mat or join me, have a seat on the ottoman. Welcome to class. Okay. First thing, start to lift your chest and just take a breath into your body. Easy in. Easy out. Maybe bow your chin slightly towards your chest. And same thing, just let the breath soften. And I just notice the quality of your breathing. And then we're going to make some more space for the breath. I'm going to turn myself slightly sideways so you can see it. We're going to come into moving from the shoulders. So I'd like you to think about pulling the shoulder heads forward and then pulling the rib cage back. All right, so that's basically, we're going to be moving through spinal flexion, so an extension. So here's flexion. And then reverse it. Pull your shoulder heads back. Okay, the movement doesn't have to be big. Just feel the shoulders coming forward. So you're opening up the space in the upper back. And then when you draw your elbows back, pulling the shoulder heads back, now you're creating some space in the front. All right, so everything goes together. And just breathe and move in the most relaxed way. Okay, and the next time you start to lift, let your shoulders settle down. I want you to start to think about this chain as the upper back, shoulders to the neck. So let the shoulders move away from the neck. And then once again, just visit a soft breath. Okay, so now let's move our attention back to the rib cage, adding a little bit of rotation. So take the left hand over the midline, and maybe you stack on top, or maybe you just have one hand. You're going to sort it, whatever feels good in your body. Now this is, let's call this a side variation of cat and cow. So same thing, pull the shoulder heads forward, pull the rib cage back, and then reverse it. Pull the shoulder heads back, draw the rib cage forward. Okay, so it's not a really big movement. And then allow yourself to go inward and simply sense the variation. Notice where you feel it. Right? And allow the head to simply organize itself. All right, without any forcing, maybe feel a little more freedom in the movement of your head. Okay, release the movement, pause in the center. Same thing, think about your shoulders, drop them down away from your ears. And then take a soft belly breath. Right, you may notice it's a little easier to sit a little taller. Or maybe you notice the breath goes a little bit lower. Okay, stack that right hand over the left, and then same thing. Pull the shoulder heads forward, pull the rib cage back. Okay, nice and easy. A little bit of cat and cow with a little bit of rotation. All right, so the thoracic spine, there's not a lot of flexibility there, right? It's a place where we need it to be stable, right? The rib cage is the protector of our heart and lungs. But what happens is sometimes the musculature gets a little stiff from seated, electronics, driving. Okay, now let your attention turn inward and just sense where you feel a little bit of freedom. Okay, release the movement. Sit tall for a moment. Right, and same thing. Sense the shoulders releasing away from your ears. Right, and then maybe have that self-study. Can you feel one shoulder's a little tighter than the other? Okay, friends, if you're like me on the ottoman, on the chair, let's make our way down to the mat. Let's join together. Okay. So from this comfortable seat, let's come back to opening up through the chest on the left. So slide the hand behind you, retract your shoulder. Okay, anything that feels natural or comfortable with your head. So sense the opening through the scalene muscles, your pectoral muscles. Feel the upper back muscles releasing. Steady your breath, feel the stretch. Okay, release off of that stretch, hands on the knees comfortably. Your version of cat and cow. All right, just concentrate on the shoulder heads. All right, the broadening of the upper back is protraction. The lifting of the chest with the shoulders moving back, retraction. Breathe freely, move freely. Okay, and then the next time you come to a tall seat, slide the right hand behind you. And the same thing, retract the shoulder head. So pull the shoulder head back and then explore where you'd like to put your head. So no pushing or striving, but explore where it feels good. Right? We all hold tension in the upper back and neck in different ways. Okay, and then release out of that. I'm going to turn myself sideways. Slide your right leg out and then pull the left knee in. Okay, let's come back to the same thing. Pull the shoulder heads forward, pull the rib cage back, a little C curve, and then reverse it. Okay, just take a couple of rounds, breathing and moving. Switch legs. And then consciously slow the pace down. Notice how everything softens just a little bit more. Okay, and the next time the head moves upward, pause, and then let's make our way into a wide-legged pose, Upavishta Konasana, so a wide-legged pose. Make sure you take support on the bottom, so I'm sitting on a blanket to tip my tailbone back. All right, so just enjoy the stretch of the legs comfortably. And then let's move back into the shoulder and chest area. Take your left thumb down and then slide your arm behind your back. Okay, so we all have to make friends with the shoulder joint there. Let the shoulder depress down. And some of you can walk your fingertips out the other side and into the elbow. I'm just going to let my right hand rest on my leg. Okay, now let's turn it into the neck. Turn your nose over to the left. Okay, just sense the opening there. And then take your nose over to the right. Again, moving slowly, no hurrying. And then nice and easy, back through the center. Release the hand from behind and then lean forward a little bit. Let the head grow heavy. Okay, just notice where you feel the opening. All right, so it's all connected. So right now you're stretching out the chain behind the legs, inner thighs, and that supports the lower back. And lower back supports that mid and upper back. And we're just kind of using that mid and upper back together as that thoracic spine. Okay, so here's back to the movement. Come back to the center, pull your right knee in, left leg out, and then curl. Inhale, lift. Maybe start to connect to your breathing, and then use the muscles around the ribs, your serratus anterior, to squeeze down on the ribs, lungs, vagus nerve. And switch legs. Slow the pace down. That wisdom in slowing down and paying attention to how everything is connected. The next time you rise up, same thing, come to that wide-legged angle. Turn your focus over to your right hand and shoulder, thumb goes down, slide it behind the back. And then once you place your hand behind your back, depress the shoulder. So allow the shoulder to move away from the ear and the neck. And then here's the neck exploration. Turn your nose over to the right. And slow it down, turn the nose over to the left. Okay, pause there for a moment. And you should be getting a little bit of feedback from the chest on the right as you turn your head in this position, opening up the scalene muscles of the neck into the upper chest. Upper back muscles are relaxing. Okay, nice and easy. Let's release off of that opening and draw the bottoms of the feet together. Okay, if you want to massage the bottoms of your feet, right, just sensing your feet. Okay, last time. Seated cat and cow. Pull your shoulder heads forward, rib cage back, and then reverse it. Pull the shoulder heads back, rib cage forward. Okay, release out of the movement, and let's come directly to all fours. So we're going to use this all four position to steady a little bit. Okay, so what's that mean? Press your hands into the earth, protract your shoulders, and as you do that, start to feel your abdominal muscles engage, and especially the muscles around the rib cage, your serratus anterior. Okay, let the head grow heavy. All right, so upper back is strengthening, abdominals are strengthening. Just take a breath in here. Easy breath out. Okay, now slowly shift the weight slightly over to the left as you reach the right arm out to the side. Okay, so experience this. The hand further away from the body requires more activation of your back muscles. See if you prefer the elbow bending, moving back towards your ribs. All right, so see what's comfortable in your body, what you prefer. All right, so listening to the wisdom of the body. Okay, so either way, hand out or hand in, your core muscles are working to stabilize you. Right, notice that shoulder on the left. Okay, so lots of strength there. Take a soft breath in. And then nice and easy, release that hand down, shift back, and rest in child's pose. Right, so you feel the release of the shoulder on the left. So finding the balance of strength and stretch through that upper back and shoulders. Okay, let's return. Starts in strength. Press your hands into the mat. Protract your shoulder head, so pull them forward. Feel those abdominals start to engage, serratus anterior. Okay, shift your weight slightly over to the right knee, right hand, reach the left arm out to the side. Okay, explore it. Maybe hands further away, maybe elbow draws towards your rib cage. Okay, whenever you find some place where you can settle, breathe. Right, it all goes together. So you're in a deep core chain, belly, back muscles. Okay, and then release that hand down, turn your toes under, and then let's move lightly. So let this break be smooth and easy. When you're ready to exhale, curl your chin to your chest, pull your rib cage back. Okay, small movement forward. Inhale, arch your back if that's comfortable. Okay, breathing and moving. Okay, now let's take it straight down on the belly and enjoy a little bit of stillness. So come straight down onto the belly. Reach your arms comfortably forward. So some of you, your hands will be in that Superman pose forward. Some of you, your hands will be more towards the side. So find something that works for you, right? Arms forward or arms out the sides. And just allow the body to rest. And I find I have to give myself a moment to allow my muscles to let go. Okay, now slowly turn your attention to the bottom of the chain. Press the tops of the feet in the mat, squeeze on your leg muscles, and then press through your palms to lift your upper back and shoulders. Now decide if your hand placement is helpful, and if it's not, make an adjustment so that you're steady with your arms. Right, so the back is working here top to bottom, but not overworking. And once again, lower it all down. Maybe place the hands underneath your head for that crocodile pose. And then shift your focus to belly breathing. All right, so feel the soft breath go towards the navel, expanding the ribs. And then hug the navel back and see if you can feel that rib cage knitting together. Okay, let's just take one round of a back strengthener here. Draw your elbows by your sides. Activate through your legs, so press the tops of your feet down, squeeze on your leg muscles. So this is a variation of locust pose. And then when you're ready, begin lifting your head, your shoulders, and your hands, and then pull your elbows backward. Okay, so now you're in strengthening through the upper back, your core muscles, all supported by your legs. Okay, take 2 more soft breathing cycles here. Okay, lower it all down, and then let's find rest in child's pose. So peel it up, shift it back, and then just check in. Just allow yourself to be comfortable. Just enjoy the slowing down for a moment. Pause, what's here? Okay, nice and easy. Let's release out of this neutral spine and make our way to standing. Okay, so let's drop into that somatic movement where you pull your shoulder heads up to your ears. So pull them shoulder heads up to the ears. Let them squeeze there for a moment. And then lower them down, paying attention, feeling all the musculature release. Okay, do that one more time. Squeeze it, pay attention, feel the tension come up so shoulders are lifting to their tension point. All right, and then allow them to find that spaciousness. Go all the way down to the bottom. Pause there for a moment and breathe. Okay, let's have a little bit of rotation with that coat swing. All right, so moving your body in the most relaxed way. Softening. Okay, release the movement. And then let's begin opening through the upper back on the left. So take the left elbow over the midline, bend it, and then support it with the other arm. Okay, so as you do this, you're opening up through that left side shoulder. You're moving towards an eagle arm. So eagle arms, hands are together, but not necessary. Just simply tuck that right elbow under the left elbow. Just notice where you feel it. All right, so upper back and shoulders. Okay, so now let's have a little exploration. Lift your elbows up just a little bit. Let your nose go with it, right? So now your shoulder heads are protracted. Feel your upper back. Take a soft breath in. Now as you exhale, pull the elbows down, bend your knees, and find yourself coming into a chair pose. Okay, so one more exploration. Lift the elbows up, lengthen out through the legs. Keep lifting to your comfortable place. Breathe in. And as you exhale, lower those elbows down. Stay in the sensation at that upper back. Notice where you feel it. Feel the weight descending into your feet. And then when you're ready to inhale again, release the cross of your arms and stand steady in mountain. Feel the shoulders relaxing away from your ears. Okay, let's find that other side. So right hand comes over the midline, bend the elbow, other elbow underneath. All right, if you like that eagle arm and then that's accessible to you, maybe you do that. Okay, so here we go. Elbows lift up. Breathe in. Soft breath out. Draw the elbows down. Bend the knees. Okay, just let your body organize it. Breathing. Okay, and then pay attention. Soften your face a little bit. All right, so breaking the chain of tension from softening your face and your eyes. Okay, let's release out of that. Come all the way back to the top. Stand in mountain for a moment. And sense the shoulders dropping away from the ears. Okay, so let's combine support from the bottom and opening at the top. So step the right leg back into a warrior one leg. And then once you're there, reach your fingertips forward, place your palms together, pull your shoulder heads forward. Okay, so feel the protraction of the shoulders, right? That broadening of the upper back. Okay, maybe you notice the warmth of your palms together. All right, so stay in the noticing for a moment. All right, now we're going to reverse it. Start to pull your elbows backward towards your body. Retract both shoulder heads. Okay, once you have both shoulder heads retracted, now drop the bottom of the rib cage down. Breathe. Wrap your leg muscles to your bones. Okay, and slowly release the shoulder heads. Step forward to mountain. Okay, sense that energy at your upper back. Maybe all the way down your arms to your fingertips. Okay, step that left leg back. Warrior one. Find support from the bottom first. Reach both palms forward, hands together. Reach your fingertips away as you pull your shoulder heads forward. It's okay if the body comes with it. Just feel the shoulders moving forward, right? Creating some space in that upper back. Okay, stay in the sensing. If it's too much to have it forward, it's okay. You can drop it down. Really, it's just the position of the shoulder heads. Okay, when it feels right for you, start to pull those elbows back. Retract your shoulder heads. Now drop the bottom ribs. Breathe easy. Right, so I can feel a very distinct tension line at my right shoulder, right, where there's a little more tugging there. So come into open awareness at your upper back. And where do you notice a little tugging or pulling or tightness? It might be in your neck. And then soften your face, right, allowing that, putting a little kink in the chain to open it. So soften the face, soften the eyes, breathe. Okay, nice and easy. Release the hands, step forward, and this time reach both arms up. And then a slow, easy forward fold, right? Bend the knees. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Sense gravity stretching your back. So we're going to actually use this for this position as a balance place. So the back is not working. All right, so the back is releasing, the spine is lengthening. Begin shifting your weight into your left leg and begin lifting the right heel backward. Okay, so it's okay to keep that toe down in the back. And now put a little bend in the standing leg, just a little bit. Okay, just in this place right here, you are balancing on one leg. Right, notice the strength of your legs and notice the back relaxed. and release that toe down. Relax into the fold. Breathe easy. All right, so in yoga, the forward folds are said to be reflective. All right, so that place of going inward. I find it needs a little strength to go inward, so slide your weight into the right foot. Lift the left heel behind you. Okay, maybe put a little bend in that standing leg and feel how strong it is just to hold your body here. Breathe. Okay, release that foot down. Walk your hands up to the tops of your knees. Pause there for a moment, allowing the upper body to relax. So use the bones in your arms to release your chest down, right? So your arms are holding your upper body. So let the head hang freely. Okay, so we're going to use this position to connect deep to the core belly muscles with the breath. So inhale is shoulders relaxed here. When you're ready to exhale, pull your ribs back, pull your belly in, and draw your shoulder heads forward. So you're rounding out the body. And then inhale, come back to that first position. Okay, give yourself some time to find that deep connection to the core muscles. Maybe linger in the exhale a little bit longer than the inhale. And then release. Make your way directly down onto the mat. I'm going to take a little support for my seat. Okay, and then once again, let's return to left knee in, right leg out, and just pause here for a moment. Feel your spine lifting. And then let's begin moving into a twist. Turn your body over to the left. Retract the shoulder head on the left. So pull that back shoulder. And then notice, maybe you have room to drop your elbow to the outside of the knee. Right, we've done quite a bit of opening through the rib cage and that upper back. But listening to the wisdom of the body, if it doesn't feel good, adjust it where you're simply holding the knee. Right, so we don't want to add tension back into the chain. We want to take the tension out of the chain. Breathing in. Breathing out. Okay, release out of the twist. Same thing, curl your chin to your chest, pull your shoulder heads forward, pull your rib cage back. Just to take a couple of breathing and moving before we find the other side. Okay, when it feels right for you, switch legs. Pause there, feel your spine lengthening first. So upper back reaching, crown of head lengthening. Okay, make your way into that twist. Retract that right shoulder head. And then notice if that gives you a little more space to drop your elbow to the outside of your leg. Just continually listening to your body. Just because you can doesn't mean you have to. Make any adjustments so that the tension line is releasing. Breathe. Okay, let's come out of the rotation. Let the legs go wide. Okay, so let's have this be moving from the upper chest. So lift the chest upward and then move the heart forward. Okay, so not trying to overdo, just finding a comfortable stretch and neutral spine for the back. Right, maybe you like the hands in front of you. Maybe use any propping. And let your attention be on letting the head grow heavy. Spine long. Just notice if the mind starts to wander. Just simply notice where it goes. In the noticing, you begin to draw your attention so you're not wandering aimlessly. Okay, slowly, head comes up. And then let's make our way directly onto the back. Okay, just let everything quiet down here for a moment. Just notice where you feel it. Place both palms together and reach your palms towards the ceiling. So that'll pull your shoulder heads up off of the mat. Notice how it changes the head position a little bit. All right, you might notice how the pelvis tilts a little bit and how the abdominals turn on naturally. Okay, nice and easy. Let the hands rest back down on your body. Let your shoulder heads come back down onto the mat. Anything you want to do with your hands, just as long as the shoulder heads find that earth again. Okay, when you're ready, your inhale will lift your fingertips up. Keep pulling your shoulder heads off of the mat. And then exhale, relaxes everything. Okay, one more. Let your palms drift by your sides. Adjust your feet as we lift up into a low bridge. Okay, sense the weight coming into your upper back. Now, a variation, start to tuck your shoulder blades under, right? So it's a little bit of a shoulder retraction, right? So that's going to put you into a little bit of a deeper back bend. If you do not like that chest opener, come back to that low bridge. Okay, just sense the musculature of the upper back and how that has an effect on the chest. Okay, nice and easy, lower it down. Okay, feel all of the back muscles settle. Let your arms come out into a T position, right? So maybe palms up into a T position, and then drop your knees over to the left. Sense the body twisting with the shoulders down on the mat. You might notice the spaciousness for the breath here. Everything is connected. Okay, let the knees come back up into center. Pause there. Okay, once again, sense that upper back and shoulders releasing. Right, growing heavy. And then twist opposite direction. Invite in the expansion of the breath. Right, so that expanding of the breath allows the rib cage to open, right? Those muscles around the rib cage to lengthen. Okay, 2 more rounds. Breathe freely. Okay, let the knees come back into neutral. Interlace the hands behind the head. All right, so here's that last of that core connection. Take a soft breath into your body. As you exhale, gather up those deep core muscles, press your lower back softly into the mat, and then lift your chest straight up. So you're lifting your upper back off of the mat. Your neck is supported by your hands. Okay, stay here for a moment. Feel all of that core engagement strength. And then soften everything down to the earth. Okay, and in your own time and way, take 2 more rounds. And then start to let everything go. Release the shoulders back down, arms by your sides. Maybe you keep the knees bent in constructive rest. Or maybe you're ready for the legs to go long. Turn your attention to your palms and sense the temperature of the room at your hands. And then run the line from your palms to your shoulder heads. And then turn your attention to the back of your ribs. Just allow the muscles to release. Notice the weight of the pelvis. The weight of the legs. And then any sensation at the bottoms of the feet. Any tingling, pulsing. Sense the gentle contraction and expansion of your breath in your body. Each exhale, softening and releasing just a little more. Sense your lungs. Your heart beating. Let's rest here for another minute and be free. Okay, so option to simply continue resting or coming to a tall seat for closing class. And this beautiful practice of yoga that allows us to find some space along the chain, right? So we move better, we feel better, we breathe better. Okay, formulate an intention to take with you. Prepare. Om. 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 The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.